Why altcoin maxis are living in denial. Have you ever noticed that every crypto cycle looks the same? The promises, the hype, the "this time it's different" speeches. And yet, here we are again. Bitcoin keeps surviving, keeps thriving, while the altcoin maxes keep chanting the same denial-filled mantras. They'll tell you, this altcoin is faster than Bitcoin. This altcoin has better tech. This altcoin is the future of money. And yet, when the dust settles, the charts all look the same. A spike to glory, followed by a collapse into irrelevance. Why? Because altcoin maxes aren't just betting on technology, they're betting against history. And history has a brutal way of humbling those who deny it. Let's go back, all the way to 2011. Bitcoin was barely known, and already the first copycats emerged. Litecoin was called the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Faster transactions, a tiny tweak in code, promises that this one would dominate. But today, Litecoin is a ghost of its former self. Not dead, but irrelevant. Then came 2013, 2014, the era of Ripple, Dogecoin, and dozens of early contenders. Ripple was going to replace banks. Dogecoin was a joke that turned into a meme, and Bitcoin, it simply kept going, block after block, with no CEO, no foundation, no central control. 2017 was the ICO mania. Do you remember that? Hundreds of altcoins launched overnight, each one claiming to be the Ethereum killer or the next Bitcoin. Billions of dollars poured in, and then silence. Projects abandoned, websites deleted, investors left holding digital rubble. Altcoin Maxis lived in denial then too. They said, "You don't understand. This isn't a bubble. This is the future." But the truth, it was denial, painted with technology-sounding words. Fast forward to today, we're in another cycle. The altcoin marketing machines are running at full speed. AI tokens, gaming tokens, DeFi 2.0, each one promising that this time, it will be different. But here's the hidden truth most people don't want to hear. Every altcoin depends on the same fragile foundation: centralized teams, centralized treasuries, centralized narratives. If the founders walk away, or get regulated, or lose momentum, the project collapses. Bitcoin doesn't have that weakness. Bitcoin has no CEO, no marketing team, no pre-mine, no insider treasury. It exists because people around the world voluntarily secure it. It survives because it cannot be stopped. Altcoin maxis live in denial because to admit this truth would mean admitting they've been chasing shortcuts. They've been gambling on promises instead of understanding first principles. Think about it. Why do altcoin projects need conferences, influencers, and marketing budgets? Why do they need hype to survive? Because without hype, the price falls, and without price, the community vanishes. Bitcoin doesn't rely on hype. Bitcoin doesn't rely on influencers. Bitcoin doesn't need advertising. It grows because it works. Year after year, block after block, unstoppable. And yet, altcoin maxes still insist that Bitcoin is old tech, that Bitcoin is too slow, that Bitcoin will be replaced. But here's the paradox they ignore. The very things they call flaws in Bitcoin are what make it strong. Its slowness is stability. Its simplicity is security. Its resistance to change is what makes it incorruptible. Altcoin maxis can't accept this because it shatters their dream. If Bitcoin is enough, then all their tokens, all their projects, all their hype is unnecessary. And here's the deeper layer most never talk about. Altcoins aren't just competing with Bitcoin, they're competing with each other. Thousands of coins, each fighting for attention, each promising to be the Ethereum killer or the next big thing. It's a race to the bottom, because when everyone claims to be special, no one is. This is why altcoin maxes live in denial. They have to believe their project is different, that this time it won't collapse like the others, that somehow, against all odds, their coin will escape history. But denial only lasts so long. Eventually, the market reveals the truth. The founders cash out, the hype dies down, the liquidity dries up, and then silence. Meanwhile, Bitcoin continues. Every 10 minutes, a new block. Every 4 years, a halving. Every cycle, adoption grows. This is why governments fear Bitcoin, why banks quietly study it, why corporations are adding it to their balance sheets, not altcoins, Bitcoin. Altcoin Maxis will tell you, that's just temporary. They'll tell you, institutions are coming for our project too. But the truth? Institutions don't want tokens controlled by founders. They want the asset that no one can control. And that asset is Bitcoin. So why are altcoin maxes still in denial? Because to admit the truth would mean admitting the party is over. It would mean facing reality, that the digital gold rush already happened, and Bitcoin won. But here's where it gets interesting. Altcoin denial isn't just about money. It's about identity. It's about ego. It's about wanting to be early on the next Bitcoin. People don't like hearing that there won't be another Bitcoin, that the conditions that birthed Bitcoin can't be recreated. No project can launch today without insiders, VCs, and marketing teams. Bitcoin was different, and it only happened once. This is the hidden knowledge that most people never hear. The reason altcoins keep failing is not just bad execution. It's because Bitcoin already solved the problem. Money. Pure, incorruptible, decentralized money. Not faster payments, not smart contracts, not gaming tokens. Money. Everything else is noise. So the next time you hear an altcoin maxi shouting, "The flippening is coming," or "This project will replace Bitcoin," remember, you're listening to denial. History shows us the truth. Every cycle, altcoins rise. Every cycle, altcoins fall. And every cycle, Bitcoin remains. If you understand this, you're already ahead of 99% of the market. You've broken free from the denial. And now you can see clearly. Bitcoin is not just another crypto. Bitcoin is the foundation, the signal in a sea of noise. And here's the best part. We are still early. Despite everything, only a tiny fraction of the world truly understands Bitcoin. Most people are still distracted by the noise of altcoins. And that is your advantage. Because when the next crash comes and denial finally breaks, you'll know exactly where to focus. Not on hype, not on promises, not on the next Bitcoin, but on the one, the only, the original. Bitcoin. Altcoin maxis don't want to hear this. They'll call it toxic maximalism. They'll say you're close-minded. But the truth is, they're projecting their own denial. Because deep down, they know. They know Bitcoin keeps surviving. They know Bitcoin keeps winning. And they know their projects can't compete. So the choice is yours. You can join the denial, chasing token after token, always hoping for the next big thing. Or you can step back, look at the bigger picture, and see the truth. Altcoin denial will fade, Bitcoin will remain. History already told us how this story ends. The only question is, will you learn the lesson in time? If you made it this far, you're not like the rest. You're seeking truth, not hype. You're looking for hidden knowledge, not marketing noise. And if you want more insights like this, subscribe right now. Because the deeper we go into Bitcoin, the more you'll realize this isn't just about price. This is about freedom, sovereignty, and the future of money. Don't live in denial. Don't get lost in the noise. See the truth, embrace it, and spread it. Because when history looks back on this era, it won't remember the altcoins. It will remember the moment humanity rediscovered sound money. And that moment is Bitcoin.